Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you are a regular subscriber, thank you for coming back. If you have just found my channel, welcome, welcome. If you like to collect handbags or love looking at handbags, you've come to the right place where you don't have to be perfect, but your purse definitely has to be perfect for you. So today I am doing, I believe this is part 6 of my birthday haul. Um, I did purchase 2 bags from the Coach outlet when they did their fall release a few weeks ago, and I just been so busy with work, I haven't had time to do any revealing of these Coach outlet bags. So this is one of the bags that I purchased. I'm just going to move Brexy on the side here. So it is the large Rowan in Suede. So I wasn't planning on getting this when I went to the store. And I do have 2 Coach outlet stores nearby. And this one, I think, is about 10 minutes away from where I live. And so I was really just planning to get the large, not the large, the regular size Rowan in the signature canvas and olive. But I knew I was going to be in trouble um, going into the store because as soon as I saw this bag and as soon as I felt it, I was really surprised of the quality of this bag because the suede is very soft and the quality of it, it's very comparable to the suede that they use in their retail bags. So let me just show you. This is the large Rowan in suede, and they call it the vintage brown. So here's the tag. I'm not sure if they still sell it online. It might be sold out by then because I know a lot of people were waiting for this drop when it came out a few weeks ago. But you might want to call your local or Coach outlets, maybe even if they're out of state. Um, I did find a large Rowan with the seashell bag charm cluster out of state, and it was after, I want to say, a month or 2 months it was released, and then it went on sale, but it was already sold out online. So call a few, maybe call your local SA and then ask them to look it up in the system. Maybe they can find a store even if it's out of state, and then just give them a call. So this is a large Rowan, and it isn't suede. They call it vintage brown, and it's very soft. So I did get another hang tag personalized, and I can't believe it matches exactly the color of the hang tag on this shade, and that wasn't planned. So I didn't even know this is the one that came with the large Rowan with the bag. So it's in leather. It's pretty good quality. I mean, if it wasn't for this Coach branding right here, because this is what they usually use in the outlet bags, they never put this on the retail, their boutique bags. So if it didn't have this branding right here, I would have imagined, and the hardware wasn't shiny, it wasn't a shiny gold. I would think this is pretty much almost like a retail quality bag. It's so beautiful. And again, my cell phone camera is not doing it any justice at all. And it's kind of cloudy where I live right now. I did have the sun maybe 10 minutes ago, and I wanted to rush and start doing this video, but I didn't get to it. So it's a little bit cloudy right now. It even looks like it might rain. So this is under dark, I guess, dark lighting. So the whole bag, so let's spin around her first. So as you can see, she is covered in suede, that soft suede. And she does have a leather base over here with the 4 feet. And the hardware is that shiny gold that they usually use for the outlet bags. I kind of wish they did it brass. That would have been really cool, right? Then you've got the D-rings for the shoulder strap, crossbody strap. And I love this. This is what actually that I liked also about this bag. Look at the glazing. And it's dark brown. What do they call it? Vintage brown. So it's that dark, almost like chocolate brown, right? Glazing. And it's so high quality. And then over here, the handle is also in that same, like almost like dark chocolate, dark brown color. Then you've got 2 zipper pulls. So if you're familiar with the large Rowans, they always come, compared to the regular Rowan size or the mini Rowans, they usually come with 2 zipper pulls. So as you can see, it's almost like the Speedy, right? From LV. So you've got that pretty dark brown, dark chocolate leather around the zipper, which is such a nice detail on this. Then when you she does have a pocket, just like with any other large Rowan. And I've tested this out. I'm using my video right now to record. My big phone could fit into this pocket, so which is nice, because if I'm running errands around, I can just leave the zipper open and just quickly store my phone in there. So it does zip very nicely, and the zipper also zips very nicely as well. And then you've got, let me take out the strap. Then you've got a fabric lining. It's not as high quality as the fabric lining that you find in their boutique bags, but it's a pretty decent fabric lining. Then you've got 1 snap pocket, pretty large size. If you snap it, button it up, you can have 2 separate pockets there. I usually don't like to button those up, because I feel like if I'm gonna pull on it back and forth, it might pull on the lining. And then on the other side, you've got a zippered pocket, which is also pretty deep. If you've never seen a large Rowan in person, I think a lot of people compare it to the Speedy. I want to say the Speedy 25, probably the Speedy 25, or maybe even the Speedy 30. I don't own any of those Speedy bags. I do want to get one of those Speedy bags, but I think I've been buying too many Coach bags, and and I just feel like Coach bags are quality, and there have been a lot of complaints about the new LV bags, how their quality are going down and the prices just keep going up. So I think a lot of people compare this to either the Speedy 25 or the Speedy 30. I mean, it's a decent size. It's a big bag, so it's nice. And I'm gonna try to see if I can fit a regular iPad in there later on when I start stuffing it. So yeah, so I wasn't planning on getting her, but I couldn't believe how beautiful she is in person, and I just couldn't help it when after I touched the bag. And look, it's very squishy too, right? And I couldn't believe how soft the suede was, and it's the quality of the suede is very, very high. It's almost like high end suede. So, but I'm not an expert in suede, so don't quote me on that. So there she is. She does come with a pretty thick um, strap, crossbody strap. You can also make it into a shoulder. I have not changed the setting on this, but she's pretty thick and the quality of this strap is pretty nice. I mean, for an outlet bag. So I'm going to attach it to the D-rings. With the large Rowans, this is my third large Rowan. I have it in the dark stone. Then I got it with the cream with the seashell that almost looks like a dusty light pink. And this is my third large Rowan. I don't usually like to carry them shoulder on my shoulder or on as a crossbody. I like to carry these bags either top handle, so you see that's got the top handles, right? And it's nice that these handles do fold down. So if you like to carry it as a shoulder bag or a crossbody bag, you know, those handles won't get in the way. So I usually carry it just like this or the crook of the arm. But I've noticed that on my crook of the arm, it could get heavy, especially that by itself, without any contents in it. This bag is already pretty, you know, substantially. I don't want to say super heavy, but it is heavy. See, that's the thing with suede bags. It could get damaged easily, so you have to be careful with them. So let me put the strap away and let's see what fits in this bag. So let me see. Let me grab my iPad. I have not tested if a regular iPad will fit into this. This is, oh, I want to say maybe I got this iPad 2025. I want to say maybe 2023. Oh, wow. So it fits in there. So your iPad, I don't know which model this is, but I believe I bought it in the year 2023. It's not the latest iPad. I know they make the mini iPads now, so those will definitely fit, right? But it's this iPad right here, and it perfectly fits in there, which is nice. So if you have a Kindle, it will probably fit in there. A regular iPad or a mini iPad will probably fit in there. So then I have my usual daily stuff that I put in there. This, I just got this wristlet from the retail store. It's an olive, which is, oh, it goes perfectly with this brown. So I'm just stuffing it all in there. And my sanitizer, which I'm probably going to put in the snap pocket. So right there, as you can see, I can even put maybe 2 water bottles there. Probably this is probably a nice bag to take to see a movie, so you can sneak in your water or your soda or your snacks, so you're not paying so much with the overpriced snacks that they sell in the movie theater, right? So there. So she is the large Rowan. If you like to carry a lot of stuff, it's definitely a good bag. And I don't like to carry a lot of stuff. So even this, because of the size of the bag, it's a little bit too heavy for me. So yes, so with the large Rowans, I don't usually use them when I know that I'm going to be walking around a lot. It's probably good just for like if I'm going to go out to eat or, you know, lunch or dinner, or I know if I'm not going to be walking so far from the car to get where I need to be, I would use the large Rowan. Okay, because this is I didn't put too much, just my daily stuff, and it's already feeling a little bit too heavy for me. Okay, so I just took out my Lana 23, which, oh my god, don't know why it took me so long to get a Lana 23, because this is like the perfect size for me. Because as I said, I don't carry too much. It's got the 3 compartments. I'm not really using, oh, there's a random coin there. I'm not really using this middle compartment here. I just put my, my big wristlets in the front, and then my corner, the smaller wristlet, in the other compartment, and then my sanitizer. So yeah, I carry, and I've been using it as a top handle. Haven't been using the crossbody with it at all, and I am kind of concerned about this corner because I always see it looks kind of worn already. So just to compare the suede on these two, like this is a little bit softer, because you would think that it is from the retail store, but I was surprised how soft this one is. And they call this a warm brown suede, which is such a nice color too. This one, if you look at the shade, it's almost like it's got the, like almost like a chocolate shade to it. The brown and it looks almost like it's almost got like a red base to it compared to this brown. Like this is truly brown, like a tan brown, and then this is more like a reddish, like chocolate brown. But the suede is so soft also, and that's why I, even though I said I shouldn't buy it because I only came there for the regular Rowan in the canvas olive, um, material, but I couldn't help myself. I needed to add this to my collection. It's such a beautiful bag, and it's such a soft suede also. And then I also took out, so this on the Lana 23, the warm brown suede, definitely I can tell the suede is better quality than this one, but this comes pretty second to it. I mean, if I was doing, like, if I wasn't looking, um, and I didn't know that this was retail and this was outlet, and I closed my eyes, I probably wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. It's such a slight difference. And then over here, I took out the suede. This is also in suede. This is a Brooklyn 29. Is that Brooklyn 28? Oh my gosh. There's so many numbers on these bag names. This is the Brooklyn 28. I'm sorry. This is a smaller size, not the big 39 size. So this is a Brooklyn 28 in dark stone. And no, not dark stone. Silly. This is the cedar suede. So they came out with the peanut suede, which I wasn't too crazy about. That was the very light suede. And this is the cedar suede. So you can tell that with the color of these three. So this one's the lightest, and the suede is not that great, and it feels very thin on this Brooklyn 28. So that would be the lightest one. Then I would say this would go next, as far as, and it's completely showing like it's lighter, but it's actually a rich brown, like what they call it, warm brown suede. So the camera is not doing justice to this color at all. So this would come next if you're looking at the color of the shade. And then this one would be the darkest right here, the vintage brown suede that they call it. So I don't know if they're calling the suede vintage or the leather, but they call it vintage brown, which is really rich also. Okay, so I'm going to put those aside. Let's dress her up a little bit. So I have some chains here, and I was looking at this. They do sell the C chain, but it's in the light gold color. This one I had bought some pre-love older Coach bags about 2 years, a year and a half ago. And one of the bags that I bought, it came with this chain, which I thought was pretty cool. This is like the older C chain, and it's more like a brass color. So I thought she would look nice with that. And then this is one of my favorite bag charms from Coach. So I thought this is a nice contrast, right? What do you think of that? What do you think of that? You think that's nice? So I actually really like that contrast too. Or we can go, and then I also have the Year of the Snake Sea Charm, right? Which I thought was pretty cool looking too. And then I also have, I've seen people, you can also double up the chain, put different chains. What's nice about this is there are two D-rings, right? One on each end, so you can put multiple chains there. And see, I took this chain from my chain tabby. So, but the thing about the large Rowan, it could get pretty heavy the more chains you attach to your bag, right? So what do you think of that look? I think that's pretty cool, right? And then I also have this. So this one can go across too. I think this one sold out. They had it in the brown and they also had it in the pink. This one sold out, but I believe they put it in stock again for the pink one. I haven't seen the brown one again. So what do you think of that? Just an extra bling right there. But I do feel the bag is kind of heavy right now. And then let's see. So you can keep it like that. That looks really pretty on that because of the brown. Brings out the brown of the bag. And then I also have this, the motif. I don't know if this was a bag charm or a chain because it's kind of small for a chain. It's kind of short. So I have that also with the motif. So I can go with that also. I think that's really cute. This motif always looks cute. Like if you have a top handle bag, you can put in between those top handles. So I think that's really cute also. And then, let me see. Let me take this out. And I just added, I don't know why they didn't put an O-ring at the end of this. So I just added an O-ring from Amazon or another dog leash on the other side. I don't know why they just put a regular keychain there, key ring. And then I also have the Heritage. Let's see, this is the Heritage chain. So I was thinking of maybe doing this like this. And kind of like just halfway. So it is hitting the bottom right here. But it's just another dimension, right? So you can also do it like that. And then I have an older T-Rex, Rexy charm. And this one's very cute. You can move her arms and her legs around any way you want it, which I thought was pretty cool. So there's that. But again, I do feel that the bag is kind of heavy right now. with all these chains attached to it. So you can also do it like that. And then I thought I can also, let me take out this Rexy charm. I have this one also. I think they just call this a dino, but I call her Rexy also, even though it's not a T-Rex. So there, you can also use that. It's technically a coin purse also, which is pretty cool, I thought. But it's also a bag charm. And then the very last one, I think this is my favorite of all. So I didn't want this video too long, so I kind of like already picked out the chains and the bag charm, so I'm not thinking about it while I'm recording. And then this one, which is my coolest Coach bag charm that I have. What do you think of that? Isn't that cool? So this is the K Facet. I think they would call it the medium Rexy charm, but she's pretty big. So I love that. If you're familiar with the K Facet collaboration collection, this is probably my favorite collaboration with any brands. Those bags were such beautiful bags, and I still have to do my throwback Thursdays and videos on those bags, because that's actually what started my Coach collection collecting, because I fell in love with one of the bags from that collaboration. It's such a beautiful bag. If you look at my channel picture, profile picture, that's the bag that I use for my profile picture. It's the K Facet, I believe it was the Troop crossbody, that's what they called it. And it had the beautiful floral patterns that's on this Rexy. So I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, so the large Rowan, as you can see, it's big enough that I'm able to put this large um, Rexy charm. And look, if I stand it up, see, that's how she's almost halfway of the Rowan. And then if I put it next to the Lana 23, if you have a Lana 23, that just shows you how big this bag charm is. Okay, well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed my reveal of this large Rowan in suede. It's such a beautiful bag. And remember, it's not all about perfection, whether it's you or your purse. It's all about finding what makes you feel amazing. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. See you next time. Bye.